All right, y'all. Mr. Larry, Motivation Corner on the 50th birthday. I just came to holler at y'all for a minute, man, because not every day you turn 50 years old. Plus, it's been a while since I did a video, and you know, I figured why not put something together today and get to my folks and try to be a blessing to somebody on the day that I was blessed to see 50 years old. So, I really want to talk. First of all, I want to give God all the honor, all the glory, and all the praise for waking me up this morning and allowing me to see another day and give me another chance to glorify His name. So, that's the best part of my day right there is waking up, able to move my fingers and my neck and my toes and my legs, and I'm able to talk out my mouth, and you guys are able to understand the language that I'm speaking, so I'm in my right mind, so I just want to thank God for that. And I ain't even gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna be long or I'm gonna be short. I woke up, I gotta get ready for church, but I'm already ready for church. And I'm gonna go serve on my birthday. Actually, I'm gonna go serve in the pantry today. Me and my son, because my wife is actually out of town for a funeral, but she's on her way home now. So, first of all, that's what I wanted to do. First and foremost, thank God for allowing me to see another year and this milestone. I'm halfway to 100. I'll see y'all when I get there. But I just want to really talk about something that's like real near and dear to me. You know, I got a question. It's like, what truly motivates you? What truly inspires you? It's like me and my wife was having a conversation, and sometimes, as men, you know, we think paying the bills and being a great provider is. Hold on for a minute. I want to plug my mic in. Like I said, y'all know I keep it raw and cut. You know what I'm saying? We don't really do no edits or nothing like that. And I just wanted to make sure that y'all can really hear me because I'm in my laid back mode right now. But like I said, man, my wife was talking and it's like as men, we think being a provider and paying the bills and making sure the yard is cut and all the things that men are supposed to do, we think we really accomplishing something when we do all these things. But the number one thing that we seem to really leave out, and I'm just gonna keep it 200 with you, is the relationship factor that we have, whether it's with our wife or kids or family members or whatever. But speaking more specifically, get that word together, is for our significant others, our spouses, our wives. We think that we're doing everything right, but the one thing that we really do wrong is we don't pay them the attention that we're really supposed to pay them in order to make them feel loved and wanted and desired and needed and all of these things. You can put whatever tag on it that you want, but it's like you can be with a person for 5 years, a year, 6 months, 20 years, and that person can be feeling lonely this whole time because you did everything but really pay them the attention that they really needed in order to be fulfilled as far as the relationship is concerned. So that's where I'm at. We had a real big aha moment. I ain't no bad guy, but I do get caught up in the mix of things. And one thing that I just wanted to tell you guys is y'all just got to make sure y'all stay mindful and pay attention to the thing that's right in front of you. You know, it's God first, then your spouse, then everything else. The true saying, the saying is, it is very true. Happy wife, happy life. Because if your wife is happy, then everything else should be good. God gonna look at you and be like, okay, you putting your queen first. All your priorities are in line as far as I'm concerned. As in him, he talking to me, God. And as far as your wife is concerned, so now I'm about to make everything else come. All your blessings, all your prayers, everything that you asking me for, I'm going to give it to you because you're doing everything in order. And it's simple, y'all. I mean, it's for some it might be hard, but if you really think about it, it's really not that hard. It's simple to love the person that you with. You know, I heard Eric Thomas say, it's like you go to a prom, a girl pick you to take you to the prom, and you pick a girl, take her to the prom, and once y'all get there, y'all too busy paying attention to everybody else instead of dealing with the person that brought you there. You know, I'm pretty sure wherever you at in life, your wife or your husband, because this go for the ladies too, they the ones that got you there. They the ones that never left your side. You know, they was the ones that been there from the beginning. You know, so make sure you sow your time back into them and make them feel the way they want to feel. And that's love and wanted and desired and cherished, you know, and whatever other words you want to put on it. But that's where I'm at, y'all. We got to make sure that we put our number one first. Well, God, of course, he's number one. Our number two, which is our spouse. They gotta come. They gotta come next to God. Then everything else to follow, you know. That's really, I promise you, that's all I really got. You know, I had a whole bunch of stuff rolled up, but something told me, God was like, man, just get straight to the point and help somebody. You know, when you love the one you with, everything else, I'm telling you, is just going to take care of itself. And I know I keep on saying that over and over again. I keep repeating myself on that level, but it's the truth. You know, show each other acts of kindness. You know, the true definition of love is in the Bible. And I actually, I really want you guys to get this. It's in 1 Corinthians, I think chapter 13. You know, just read the whole thing. And in there, it's going to tell you that the true definition of love and how you really are supposed to love. And of all the things that you really want in life, love is the greatest of them all. You know, and God is love as well. You know, and I ain't trying to preach to y'all, but I'm just trying to tell y'all the truth. You gotta get to the love. And y'all gotta love like the Bible tell you to love. That way you will get it right. Some of it is hard. Love is kind. You know what I'm saying? It's not envious. It's not jealous. You know, go read it. Go look it up. It's in there. And I guarantee you, once you get that thing together, then everything else will take care of itself. I just want to make sure I cover everything, and that's the main thing that I wanted to cover. But yeah, 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Just look up the definition, and it's gonna tell you. Read the whole chapter, and it's gonna give you exactly what you need to make sure you get on the right page with your wife or your husband or anybody else that you might be in a relationship with. But I'm just really focused on the husband and wife thing because, you know, of course we know shacking up ain't the right thing to do, but a lot of people do it. But you still gotta love the one you with, but just marry him or something first. Man. But that's pretty much all I got, y'all. You know, It's a few things that you might be able to do to keep that thing solid. And the first thing is, of course, love each other like the Bible tells you to love. Respect each other, listen to each other. Not just you listen to her and don't listen to, y'all both listen to each other. Become equally yoked and a team, and don't let nobody penetrate your circle. Just a circle between you and your wife. I'm talking about kids, nobody. Because see, if can't nobody penetrate your circle and pit y'all against one another, it's, you can't lose. If you got a situation with the kid and the kid come to you and be like, Daddy, can I do this? But he already went to mom and asked her, can he do it? And she said no. So here come the daddy, and daddy not knowing that he came to mama already, and then he say yes. Next thing you know, y'all into it. Because you say yes to her no. Hey, we didn't even know. So it was a breakdown of communication in there. So your son or your daughter, whoever it is, they automatically supposed to know that if I came to you and you got a no out of me, that mama already know that the no was already given. So he already know not to go over there, because then that's trouble for him. That's how we do it around here anyway. But yeah, just love each other, be kind, be respectful towards one another, listen to each other, communicate with each other effectively. Talk in a normal tone. And come up with solutions for your problem if you have a problem. Come up with be constructive about it. Write some steps out. Ask yourself, what did I do wrong? What did I do right? What could I have done different? Do an assessment of yourself. Ask 10 questions. Ask 10 people 10 questions about yourself and have them answer it, just so you can analyze yourself, so you can get a better, a clearer picture on how people look at you and how they perceive you when they come around. Because a lot of people say, I don't really care what people think, but that ain't it. You're supposed to care what people think about you. When you step in a room, you're supposed to want people to be happy that you're there and not be like, oh man, here you come again. Trust me, I've been there before. So, do some assessments, assess each other, answer the questions about her, let her answer the questions about you, and whatever those answers are, then now you know what she expects out of you and what you expect out of her. You know how y'all look at each other, and if it's y'all looking at each other in a way that you really don't like, then it's just something that you got to change, and it's just that simple. Change is easy. It's like turning a light switch off. When you turn it back on, it's just, you can turn that switch on in your mind, and you can make a decision to be nice, to love your wife, to put her first every day, to be nice, to love your husband, to put him first every day, next to God. God is always first. But your spouse, that husband, that wife, y'all got to come together and build something. Your foundation, it's just got to be solid. It can't be shaky. Y'all build a solid foundation with one another that can't nobody penetrate, and I guarantee you, y'all go through the roof on anything that y'all try to do. Support each other. If she got a good idea, run with it. I don't care if it's bad. Whatever it is, y'all run with it. Y'all ride and die together. Bottom line. And that's my birthday message for y'all. Just do that. Do that. Love each other like y'all want to be loved. And if it's something that you desire from your husband or your wife, whatever the situation is, make sure you doing it as well. You can't want your husband to be a certain way towards you, and then you not be that same way towards him. Because it's like you ask him, you telling me you want something, but you're not willing to do it as well. Example, and I might go way over here with this one, but say you looking for a husband or a wife, but you live by yourself. So When you ask for something out of your mouth, you got to actually act as though you already have it, and then it will come to pass. It's like what they call it, it's a law, and I don't know where this thing that just escaped my mind, but it's just like the Bible says: speak it, ask, and you shall receive. And but it was something else. I got it from The Secret. I don't know why. I just can't think of it right now. And that's not a good thing to me. I don't like not being able to know something. But it's like if you ask for something, then you got to act as though you already have it. So if you want a husband or a wife, say for instance, and you live a home by yourself, when you get home, if you pull in your garage and you pull in the middle of the garage, that leaves no room for another car to park beside you. When you go in your bedroom, if your clothes is covering up all the hanger space in the closet, it's like you're not leaving no room for that spouse or that person that you're asking for to move into your closet. You get what I'm saying? It's like when you actually act as though you already have that spouse or that person or that thing that you want, it'll be evident. So when you pull in your garage, you pull to one side, that's gonna leave room for another car to pull on the other side. When you go in your closet and you move all your clothes to one side of the closet, that's gonna leave room for somebody to put clothes in the other side of the closet. On your dresser, wherever your drawers is, or if you still use drawers, you take clothes out of the other half and put them in one half, and now you leaving room for another, the other half of the clothes to be put in them drawers, so you fill in that space. Instead of having one chair, put two chairs at the table, instead of sleeping in the middle of the bed, you sleep on one side. That's going to leave room for the next person or whoever you wishing for to be able to sleep in that other side. So you're actually acting as though you had the thing that you're looking for or that you're asking for, and I guarantee you it'll happen. Trust me. It's been like a proven fact. And that's really, it comes down to mindset on stuff like that. And anything that you want, you ask for it, I guarantee you probably receive it as long as you want it, and then you put yourself in a position to have it, and that's the same thing, if you want a happy marriage, speak it. And then it's like you can get all the motivation in the world on a personal development tip, but the motivation that you really need is towards relationships. So don't look for the motivational speaker that's going to tell you how to get rich, how to how to build businesses and invest in real estate and things like that. Get with that motivational speaker that's going to teach you how to love your wife or your spouse, your husband. Shift your focus to that side of the spectrum, so to speak. Get on that side. Get the self-help books, how to treat your wife, how to treat your husband, how to love better. Just get on that side of the personal development side, and work that. Because once you get that part together, then everything else, like I said, it'll be like a piece of cake. It'll be easy. That's what I believe. That's truly what I believe, and that's one thing that I got out of the conversation that I had with my wife is we've been together for so long, and I just got used to doing, being a great provider. But sometimes we just forget that we gotta love our wives too. We gotta pay the bill, then give her a hug and a kiss. It ain't. I ain't that bad. Otherwise, she'd have been left by now. Cause my wife don't play. She don't play like that. She'll leave your butt. I'm telling you. She ain't sticking in nothing too long, but she don't feel like it's gonna work. But I know, that's just how she is. She don't play. But that's what I got for y'all. Man, love y'all people like the Bible tell y'all to love. Period. Happy birthday to me. And speak positive affirmations over yourself too, and over your spouse. Make sure you pray for her every day. You know, y'all get up, wake up, grab that hand, get them prayers out the way. Pray with and for your spouse, vice versa, husbands and wives. Y'all lay hands on each other like Dr. B and Dr. Jewel. Me and my wife, well, I pray for my wife all the time. She got to start, you know, I know she pray for me, not, but when I'm praying for her, she got to pray for me at the same time. So it's like we're just going to be doing joint prayers from this day forward. But yeah, speak positive affirmations over your situation. Like Dr. Ben tell you, I'm quick, I'm sharp, I'm gifted, I'm smart, I'm good looking, healthy, wealthy, and wise, and I'm a blessing looking for somewhere to happen. And you just gotta say these things and believe it. Man, I can really talk all day. Just the inspiration that I get from looking at my spiritual parents is the reason why I am, you know, where I'm at spiritually right now today. And you know, let's get back to the other part that I want to talk about. Make sure you love your spouse the way they're supposed to be loved. That's very, very important. God, spouse, everything follows. Remember that. Now, I'm gonna tell you a quick little story, and then I'm gonna roll because I ain't. This is something that I wanted to. This is the reason why I even wanted to have a conversation in the first place. Is now I used to be in the streets real tough, and you know, I got with my wife, and I've always been spiritually inclined, always, and but when I got with her, it's like she was going to church every Sunday, very spiritual. She going to spirit in a heartbeat, speaking tongues. I mean, at the drop of a dime, if something hit her spirit, there she go. And then my son would be like, "What's wrong with mommy?" Hey, she in the spirit. She going, okay, she all right. That's just where she's at, and that's just what she does. So she's always been like that. And you know, we get together, we start going to church every Sunday, and you know, next thing you know, I stopped drinking, I stopped cussing, you know, you know, and it was just that's the walk that I was on. But the two people that really I think helped me make that shift was her and my boy Willie Moore Jr. I got with my wife, she changed my life, and then it all kind of happened almost almost kind of like at the same time. Cause I was still in the streets when I first got with her, but then I ended up coming out of the streets. But my boy Willie Moore called me one day. He was like, LBG, because everybody know my old rap name was LBG, stand for Laid Back Gangster. That's Game Type Records. That's, you know, that's what we was doing, representing. And he called me one day. I said, LBG, he said, where you at? I said, I'm in St. Louis. He said, for real? He said, man, I got a function. I want you to come to it, man. And you know, anytime he called me, be like, hey, man, I got a show, come on out. You know, I'm there. You know, I would go there, buy all the t-shirts and buy all the stuff up, you know what I'm saying, and then give it away, and then that's just what I did. But you know, so I told my wife, well, she's my girlfriend at the time, the fiance. I saw my boy Willie called. He wanted us to come, you know, come here. So we got dressed, had the minks and the furs and all that stuff back then. We threw that stuff together. I had you know, them pimp cups that they used to have. It was black with gold, black with diamonds and all that stuff. It was the cup was hooked up, and I was drinking wine at the time, so I had it filled up with wine. So we get there, and we kick up in the joint. I'm talking about fresh to death, however you want to call it. And I came as me. That's who I was, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. But what I didn't realize, I started looking around. And as soon as I got in there, Willie saw me. And the first thing he said, that's my boy right there. He can tell y'all how I used to be. And I'm like, used to be? I'm looking around like, hold on, what you mean used to be? But I kind of blew it off. So we kicking through, you know. I walk up, dap him, we have our little conversation. Then I'm looking around and I'm realizing ain't no alcohol in here. It's like sodas and chips and the first act come on and there wasn't no gangster rap or nothing. I realized I was in a whole gospel joint. My boy Willie Moore Jr. done went gospel and ain't told me nothing. But he knew. Well, I don't think he knew if he told me that I wouldn't show up because that was my boy. You know what I'm saying? That didn't matter to me. If he called me up and be like, "Hey man, come through. I got something going on." I always showed up. So I just didn't know that this what the situation was. So he went gospel and I didn't know it. And how did I didn't know it? I don't know. I was in LA doing my thing. I was still in the streets. I was in the streets. He came out of the streets. So of course, you just don't know. It's out of sight, out of mind when it comes to certain situations like that. But yeah, I realized where I was at. I went on ahead and still finished my wine up. God said, "Come as you are," and hey, really, I don't think there's really no big thing against drinking wine for real. But I finished my wine up. I enjoyed the show. Bought the table up, gave everything away, and that was that. And then from there, um, shortly after that, I went gospel myself. So that was the whole. I think that was his whole point. Get my boy LBG up in here so he can see what I'm doing when I let him know what I'm doing, and then let God work. And that's what it was. So I've been gospel since then too. And I just want to put this stuff together for y'all. Tell y'all, um, you know, whatever inspires you, let it be good. Don't let it be bad. And if it can change your life, then that's the whole purpose. That's what God intended for it to do. All the bad that ever happens to you, I'm telling you, God can make you figure out how to pull something good up out of it. That's my story, y'all, and I'm sticking to it like Les Brown. I can, I will, I must. Like E.T. Went on repeat, like the Nail Delgado. And like Dr. Ben and Dr. Jewel, say, hey, that's all, folks. Quick, sharp, gifted, smart, good looking, healthy, wealthy, and wise are my blessing looking for somewhere to happen. So y'all gonna grow. Now holler at me. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. And spread this thing out. I ain't just here playing around. I'm trying to help somebody. But love your wife and love your husband the way the Bible tell y'all to love, and don't let nothing penetrate that.